Great.
That's
Slowly,
good.
surely recovering. You guys, in case you guys say welcome, if you're just coming into an all new episode of Style by Stevie, it is for Thursday, July 9th, and we are back with none other than Daylon Burks for his second interview. Yesterday, yes, I made an announcement. You guys, I found a new place. So me and my brother will be living together. So it's gonna be nice. The place is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm excited for this new chapter, for this new journey, and what it's gonna bring. So I'm looking forward to that. And next week we're supposed to start moving in. So right now, literally, I have two interviews scheduled next week as well, too, for the 16th. But knowing me, if I came back on the second, I'm gonna make it work. So it's a lot, but I thank you guys for reaching out and checking in, and you also checked in as well too. So thank you all for checking in to see exactly how I'm doing because it has been wow, the ups and downs, everything. But we're getting back slowly but surely.
Congratulations to you and your brother on that, by the way. I want to say,
Thank you,
congrats.
thank
Absolutely.
thank. So, how have you been? Besides the last time you were here, we were talking about Mayor of Kingstown with Jeremy Renner, and so much has happened since then. Now we're
Yeah.
in the summer months. There's going to be a lot of award shows, a lot of festivals going on. What do you have coming up, and what have you been up to since we last spoke?
Yeah, you know what's funny? Speaking of Mary Kingstown, we had just wrapped the final season last week, last Tuesday. Um, I would say it's definitely been a interesting journey. Uh, I had to say goodbye to that chapter of me. Like I'm really grateful just for that whole run. But other than that, I just appeared in a new music video with Lil Jon and the Ying Yang Twins. Yeah, so I did that, which was about like 3 or 4 weeks ago, close to a month ago. But I would say for me, because that was my first time really being a part of a music video and just being able just to do that. So I would say that was different for me. That was an interesting world. And then after that, uh, I have New York Fashion Week coming up in September, walking that. Um, but yeah, I just can't wait for that. And then um, I'm also going to New York to celebrate a second billboard I have coming up in Times Square. So yeah, I can't wait to see that because I didn't get a chance to see it the first time. So this time I'm able to see the second one.
Congratulations, congratulations to you.
Thank
And
you so
like you
much.
said, and I said that I was saying that yesterday with Ina that Fashion Week always falls around September, so I know it's going to be very hectic for you. Walking in a lot of shows, doing a lot of press around that. It's going to be crazy. And then before you know it, you look up London Fashion Week, Italy, Venice. It's going to be everywhere. So
Oh,
be
absolutely.
prepared for it, definitely. And congratulations on the music video as well too. Was it like
Oh,
getting a
thank you
call
so
back
much.
to be in the video?
Oh, I will say honestly, it was something I've been praying for a while too. But once I got it, I'm like, wow. I'm like that actually just get the final yes for this one. I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. So I think what went immediately into my head was, so okay, I got this. It's like, how long is the preparation just to travel for this one right here? And it was like, yeah, be here by uh what day was that when I first got the final confirmation? It was a Tuesday, and they're like, yeah, so we're shooting that music video on Sunday morning. So I'm like, okay, let me prep to travel from home the same week, travel from home just to get down to Atlanta. And but my key focus and the whole thing was just prepping just to travel. But once I got there, it was okay, this world is completely different from the TV show or the film. So let me just
Yes.
look around just to see how everything's going and just follow the 80s instructions on what to do in that word. So yeah, I will honestly say for me that was a very fun and different experience so far.
And with you being a model, going into a music video scene, if you're like, and a lot of for women, if you are a video vixen, it's like, okay, you're having to show different emotion. For guys, it's the same thing as well too. You're having to show
Mm-hmm.
different emotions and ranges. And even when you're walking on the runway as well too, you're having to wear those garments and bring them to life. Yes, you're
Right.
modeling the piece, but make sure that you are bringing that garment to life. And that's a key thing as well too with fashion, is making sure that you stand up. What are you looking forward to as it pertains to New York Fashion Week? Because I know I have family in New York, and my sister, I have a sister and a brother there. And
Oh yeah.
I know New York Fashion Week, yes. Um, on my dad's side, I have four brothers and I have two sisters. And one of my sisters passed in August
Oh, I'm so
2008.
sorry to hear that. Wow, I'm
Yeah,
so sorry to
no
hear that.
longer
So
here
sorry for your loss.
with us. I appreciate it. And she was saying that New York Fashion Week, you sure you're ready for that? Are you sure you're ready to be doing coverage? Because I have family that watches the show in New York, and they're just like, "Are you sure you're ready for that life?" Because it is, if you are a model walking in New York Fashion Week, it is chaotic. It is hectic
Very.
backstage. It's a lot of everything. So, what are you looking forward to for New York Fashion Week this year for the fall?
I feel like what I'm most likely looking forward to is just prepping for how fast, like you said, just going to the backstage, then you got to change for all these different designers, and then just being able to navigate, just to walk the runway. Be more prepared for how fast this is also going to go as well, because the fashion world is fast. Like it's completely different from the filming world. It's so fast. It's just nonstop fast. So I'm just looking forward to just to prep, just to be more prepared just for that. And honestly, I'm also looking forward to the even though I might not be able to see it, just the performances that they're going to have like close to that stage, that I'm really just looking forward to. Because as a singer, Victoria Monet, she's day one for the fashion
Oh,
show that I'm walking for, but day two is it's that artist's name, Mona Leo. Is that her name? She's I think she's like a newer artist, but I'm just looking prepared and just looking forward just to see those artists just perform.
because fashion and music, they both go hand in hand. And
Right,
BET used to do a show called Rip the Runway, where the artists would perform on stage and the models would walk out. And it's all about bringing the fashions to life. Like what I'm wearing today is very colorful. And I chose bright colors for my return for a reason. The fashion is not going to change because I've been in a mood. I was depressed after what happened on June 10th. And I said, something that will pick me up is fashion. So go in your closet, pull as many pieces as you can, pull, pull, pull. And we're still retrieving things out of my home. Like I had stuff in my closet I didn't even know I had. So that's the blessing. Nothing was damaged. Nothing was, yes, the rest of the house was destroyed, but my room and my father's room, which is right across from mine, our rooms were the only two that were untouched. Our living room, our dining
wow,
room, our
man, that's horrible. Wow, but that is something to think about where your room and your brother's room didn't get touched. Oh, see, I might have lost you on here.
second, y'all. And we're back. We went
Oh,
out for a
okay.
sec. My box went out for a sec. We're back. Yes, I was saying that my father's room and my room were the only two rooms in that house that were untouched. And that's by the grace of God. I'm thankful.
Mm-mm.
Everything is still intact as the way we left it. But I'm just thankful to be here to be alive. Everything else can be replaced, but your
Right,
life, your livelihood, that's something that you can't get back. So
absolutely.
I said, color, when I'm coming back, and when because I was going to come back on July, back that week and do more shows after I wrapped for, what was it, June the 8th. I had a lot planned after that. And then the fire happened June 10th. Mother Nature and things that God is in control of, you can't control that. So
That's
you
so
have to
true.
make sure that you are prioritizing everything and getting back
Right.
on your feet. So I said, if I'm going to come back, I'm going to focus on taking the steps I need to. And we're slowly but surely doing that. So back to what I was saying, how fashion and music go hand in hand. They do because it's art. It's
Right.
all
That is
about
so
bringing
true.
it to life. It's creativity, it's art. And your vision, the designer's vision, you as the model, you're wearing those garments, you're bringing it to life and making people want to go and buy them themselves as well too. And that's key. So yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. And it just goes to show that just seeing that world up close, and it's like I think the key thing to just being able just to adjust in that world is just to observe everything that's going on around you and just kind of just pick up and learn. And that's also kind of what I also take away from it as well. And that's also what I'm looking forward to more, especially with the fashion show I'm just gonna walk for and who I'm gonna walk for. Just to see how everything else is just gonna play out, just kind of just follow those steps and just kind of just go with the flow on that.
A very special shout out to Durant Searcy, host of Sit Down with Durant Searcy and
Going on,
Durant.
Durant.
My scent of the day, my combo. Let me grab my combo. Thank God my mom got me this stand. It's here at my brother's. I'm at my brother's currently, but we basically have moved my entire room in here. When we get the new place, you guys will see how I have it decorated and set up and stuff. But my scent of the day is Sweet Sugar Violet and Love Unleashed. Durant, best combo ever. You will thank me for it. I went to the store today. I had because the store is close by, and when I tell you, violet is like an aphrodisiac. Vanilla is like an aphrodisiac as well too. It entices you. It draws you in. And I mixed it with Alien Hypersense from Terry Mugler. Yes, you're gonna become addicted to it. And that bottle is over there on the other table behind me. So I should go get it. Let me go grab it. All right, all right. Here we are. So yes, Terry McGlair's Alien. That is my combo for the day, Tarot, if you're wondering. But make sure you guys go and check out Durant Searcy's Sent Down with Searcy. And he's doing it live if you're in the Texas area. So fragrance, art, fashion, they all go hand in hand. So y'all make sure y'all go and check that out as well. So shout outs to Durant. And we did an interview. This was way before the fire happened. I was still in the house at that time.
Yeah, honestly, we're just grateful that you're even alive, you know? Because, like you said, everything can be replaced. Like, your life is the key thing here.
This is Daylon Burks, and you might have seen him on Mayor of Kingstown alongside Jeremy Renner and James Howard, who I've also had on the shows, also on Mayor of Kingstown. So a lot of my guests have done that show. And let's
Yeah,
talk
James
about
Howard is a
Mayor of
great person to work with.
Kingstown. Oh my God. What was it like just being on that set in that moment? Like, have you ever had a moment where it's just like, and I've had a lot of those even with doing this platform where I've
Right.
sat down with somebody who just pinched me. I can't believe this is real. That I'm sitting down with this person right now, that I'm existing, that I'm even in this room right here. What was that like for you being on that set? Cause Jeremy Renner, wow.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you like I'll even just say for me, just for like just from my experience, it was definitely an adjustment. Honestly, like I always said that it's just an honor and a blessing just to be a part of the show. Even running for 5 seasons, but to be with it since season 2 is just it was honestly just an honor. It really was. It was a blessing. And then just got to sit in a room with and even just work alongside Steve Dillon and Jeremy Renner and Steve Smook and just my other coworkers. It was honestly just I would say it was a miracle. But I would say the most impressive thing with Jeremy Renner is how he's able just to have this ability to just kind of just flip it on where he could just it's like a light switch. You turn a light switch on, you know that you just turn it on and off. It's impressive how he could just turn it on to Mike like it's nothing and just prepare for himself just to be Mike right then and there. Where as soon as he turns that switch on, okay, this isn't Jeremy, this is Mike McCluskey here, and like you just feel it, just what I mean, just the way that he's able just to just take control of just the room alone, just the way he's able to do it is just highly impressive. And then once the cameras is off, it's like, man, he's back to Jeremy Renner. It's such an impressive thing that he's able to do. And I will even say, just I learned a lot from how he's able to just do that in a way, because that's quite an ability. I would say the same thing with Toby, who plays Bunny on Hurricane Sound. How
Oh yeah.
he can just, it's so impressive to me, right? Because it's like, man, he's so like this whole time I didn't know he was British until season 3. So he just stayed into the bunny accent the whole time, and then it's like once the cameras was like completely like, or like when the season was closer to wrapping, whenever he rapped as Bunny, I heard the British accent just kind of come on. I'm like, whoa! I'm like, whoa, British accent? I'm like, you've been British this whole time? It's so impressive just how they can just do it, and then they can just you can just be in the same room with those actors, and you're learning so much from them, and not even just watching them. It's also just what they're able just to teach you and tell you. And because I'll never forget when Toby told me that, hey Daylon, just like try theater one day. Just try theater one day. Because once you do theater, you learn a lot from doing theater. And he's like, you know what? Because I said, you're the third actor that said that. So I'm honestly trying to make a time just to make some theater plays as well, because he really taught me a lot just from being on a set. And even just seeing just when Jeremy can just turn it on, I learned a lot from that set as well. So I would say my time on Mirror has definitely been a very, like, not even just fun, but honestly just a blessing overall. I'm so grateful just that you just been part of that show.
And it's so crazy you mentioned how these actors who are from overseas in the UK, and yeah, theater experience is a must for any actor. Yes, and it's so many, to touch on to Durant's point, it's so many actors out here who are, and I'm gonna go down the creme de la creme of actors who have studied theater, who have went to school
Hmm.
for this, they eat this, they sleep this, they breathe this. I can give you several examples. Of course, Denzel Washington, Chef's Kiss. Angela Bassett is another. Another would be Viola Davis, Loretta Devine. All of these actors who, Jennifer Lewis is another. All of them, you can tell they really, Debbie Allen, Felicia Rashad, the list goes on and on. These people, Samuel Jackson, Latanya Richardson, all of them, they have really studied their craft, perfected it, and said, hey, because a lot of people have went to school for bachelors in fine arts. They've studied this.
Hmm.
They've eat this. They breathe this. They bring life to it. And I say this in every one of my interviews when I sit down with an actor, which is you make that character your own. And them over there from the UK, the perfect example when you said that, when the person spoke, they have a British accent, they have an accent, yes. And then when they're on the show, it's a completely different thing, but it blows your mind
Yeah,
totally
completely different.
because they're in their regular accent. Like Idris Elba is a perfect example of that. Stringer Bell on The Wire, I would have never known. I didn't really find out until watching his interviews. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, hold up. Like you're not from here. You're from the UK. But that's a talent in itself where you can talk
It
American.
is.
But a person who is from the UK, who has a hard time speaking, who has a hard time of doing it, she can't really do it. It would be Mel B from the Spice Girls, because she's not only Scary Spice, she's not only a singer and performer, but she's also an actress as well too. And I remember she went on one of the talk shows. I think it was Fallon, Corden, one of the two, and he made her read a role like trying to sound like it how I'm talking now. Like she's from the USA, she couldn't do it. Her British accent kept overtaking it. Some people can turn it on and turn it off. And Idris
Hmm.
Elba,
That is so true.
again, Chef's Kiss, he's able to do that. And other actors on that show, Mayor Kingstown, Jeremy Renner, all of them, they are capable of doing that. That's a talent in itself.
That is. I also even because what's the name from Snowfall, Dancing Idris. Even he needed a vocal coach just to turn on that American accent for Snowfall when he playing in Sprinkling. And
Yes,
even the way
it's
he,
not easy.
it was so like his performance in that is just amazing itself, and just it's always gonna be memorable just because it's like, man, he really sounded like he's a California guy that's just on his way to becoming a drug lord. And you would not think that actor, if that's your first time watching him, that he's also from overseas as well. Because it's like, man, it's like, wow, just the way that these actors can just pull these different accents off is impressive.
I know, right, Deshaun?
Just
And shout outs
extremely
to my
impressive.
colleague Deshaun. It's very scary how they can change their accent, even from the UK. And also, when they sing, they sound American. Even black
Agreed.
rappers from the UK, when they move over here to America, they adapt, kind of adapt very quickly to our lingo, to how we talk. I told y'all
That is
how I
so
kind of
true.
got started in public speaking. But see, I'm not from the UK. I was born here in the United States. So, um, Shakespeare was kind of how I got standing up in front of the class and reciting the lines to what was it, Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. And we had to do it word for word. It was one line in particular. And I nailed it. I got a good high score on that. And some of my other classmates did as well too. But it was nerve wracking speaking in front of the class. I'm like, why are we nervous? But in
Mhm.
that moment, you have to adapt to your ability, meaning that you turn on that creativity. You turn it on and you make it your own. And when I stood up and did it, I made it my own in my own little way, my own little personality. And that broke out the mold for being able to stand up and speak in front of people. How I'm speaking so eloquently right now is because my teacher, she taught me how to pronounce. Like damn, some had to have a coach. Uh, my teacher, she said, you don't pronounce it this way. You pronounce it like this. Why don't I do it this way? So these actors are having to work with coaches and adapt to our language, our lingo. When you're reading Shakespeare, how it's written is completely different than how we're talking right now. It kind of throws you off. It's a little weird. But again, adapting, you have to that's this is exactly why we have coaches out here for that, so that you can perfect your
That is
craft.
so
And I
true.
know, shout outs to my girl, Ro Underwood. She did shows like Raising Kanan, and she's also
Oh
an
wow.
acting coach as well too. And one thing I can say for her is that she's played an array of different characters. And one thing she always tells her students and people that she mentors and coaches in the business, she'll tell them, make that character your own. Make it your own. Make it believable. Make it so believable that people can either love you or they can hate you so bad, and they will walk up to you personally and they will tell you how they truly feel about the character. You have them believing that you're actually the character, but it's just like, no, I'm myself. And that comes from hard work. That is method of, you got to be able to turn it on
That is
and
so
turn it
true.
off at the end of the day. So when you go home, you know your name, you're no longer this person, but when you clock in, you're tuned in. So it's just like
Right.
when
That is so
Monique
true.
did, yeah, the reading. We know her as whom? Nikki Parker. But when she did the reading, which was a great film, you had us believing that, okay, this happened to her. But you guys have seen it. That film, ooh, it's been so long since that film came out. But she was so evil. She was so evil. We know her as the lovable Nikki Parker. But we see this monster in films like Precious. We see this monster in the reading
Hmm.
as well too. We hate it. It's just like, whoa, she blew our minds. But that's what you have to do. Make that character, take
Yeah,
it
that is so
and make
true.
it your own. Because you're carrying their cross. Believe it or not, you're carrying their cross, you're carrying their problems, and sometimes we include our own personal experiences into the character as well too. And it's just like, what would I do if I was in this situation in this moment right now? What would I do?
That is so true. I almost go to sound how William McLean, who played as Kane on Power, how he said he took the role of Kane, and he just kind of just he used all his childhood drama, like his whole trauma, childhood trauma that he had, and he just kind of just unleashed it for that character as Kane. And it's like, man, he played that role so much to the T that you can't help but love that character. Because, but yeah, you're
Absolutely.
right. Because some actors can just use what they personally will go through and make that into their character, and then they just kind of make it their own. And like you said, they can either love you or hate you. It's all about playing like the best version of that character, but as yourself.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So we've talked about character development. We've covered New York Fashion Week, which will be coming in the fall. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that. Daylon is going to be in that. The music video appearances, Mayor of Kingstown, which you guys can go and binge watch. Ever since
Hmm.
everything happened June 10th, before I came back and got back on my feet, I just started binge watching a lot of shows and a lot of other content creators. And I would say now is the time more than ever to create because it's going to be a lot of events
Hmm.
going on during the summer, a lot of concerts, a lot of award shows. Um, you look up around this time, I know Cannes would probably be going on 2026, a lot of film festivals. So you guys stay tuned for
Yeah, that's
that.
so
I can't
true.
wait to see. Um, Venice Film Festival. It's so many that'll be coming out. What else are you looking forward to in this year in 26? Because this year flew by just about so fast.
It
Next month
did.
will be August, September, my
It
birthday
did.
month, my mom's birthday month, October, and then 2027 will be here. So, what
Yeah,
else are
this
you
year
looking forward
definitely
to
flew
this
by.
year? Yeah.
I'll say for me, what I'm also looking forward to this year is just almost sort of like what you brought up, just create more, like just do more. I kind of want to look into creating like my own content, and I want to do that with other actors that I know as well, and we just kind of just want to like start making our own thing. So I want to get more into that and just kind of just make that as a personal goal. So yeah, I would say that for me is top three for me. While looking forward to that, and then also just branching out and just reaching out to other agencies just to get signed with other agencies that are not like local to my area, but I would say it's a little more down south or a little more Midwest. So I'm also looking forward to that as well. Little personal goals just to shape up, but I'm really looking forward to just creating my own content.
And I would say go ahead and create. Now is the time more than ever. Um,
Hmm.
when the fire happened, um, I thank y'all for the outpouring of love and support. And I'm thankful to have my mom, my family is still here. We're all good. We're working on getting back on our feet. But someone got in my comments, shout outs to her. She's a good friend of the show and she guest co-hosted with me. And she said, "Why don't you take the show on the road?" So I was sitting in the room in the bed, just daydreaming, staring out the window, and thinking like, okay, what can I do? How do I regroup from this? How am I going to take it? She said, "Why don't you take the show on the road?" And I went, got on the phone, texted my aunt, and I said, "Can I use your place to do a couple of episodes of Style by Stevie?" And that was the one July 2nd and July 3rd with Anthony Riley and Leander Lee Valentine Art, who's responsible for the artwork for Style by Stevie. Um, Those were the two. And that was the surprise. And my mom said, "Why don't you ask your aunt? Ask your aunt, her sister, her younger sister." And those are up. You guys can go and check them out. So I took lemons from little that I had, and I said, "Okay, I've got a few pieces of clothing. Let me go ahead, put everything together, hair, makeup, get the team, da 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 da. We gonna make it work. And so far, it's been good. So take what you got as a creator. You have to take what you have and use it.
Hmm.
So anybody out here
That is so true.
that's looking to get into the mode of creating, because I'm looking to expand. I love being in front of the lens, being the face of it. Yes, it's mine's, but I would also like to step behind the lens and produce on some of my colleagues' platforms, like Conscious. If Conscious wants me to come on and produce or whatever, or if Bubs or my brother K Tooks, who's also doing a show while I'm doing a show. So I know it's difficult for you. You love us both. And yes, we are collaborating if you guys are wondering. I just spoke with K Tooks not too long ago. So shout outs to him. He's interviewing Jermaine Montel, an amazing actor from Sister Act 2. And he was also in Brandy's I Want to Be Down video, and he's went on to do so much with dance in his career. So shout outs to him. That was a great interview and a phenomenal actor. He's everything. So shout outs to him.
I'm
But
gonna
we're
check that
talking
out
about
myself.
creativity and taking little to nothing and using it. And that's what you had to do. I said, okay, even with Maya, y'all know I love Maya. She killed the Aaliyah tribute at Essence, and she was perfect for it. When she got asked to be on the Boys Mind tour, her publicist, because she was about to go exercise or do something, because Maya looks amazing. She's very beautiful. And she said, okay, what do I need? What do I have to do? I don't have anything, And she literally had to fly in and go do her show. So that's the same thing with me, Style by Stevie. I had to use what I had, pull outfits from wherever that I retrieved, out of my room, grabbed whatever pieces that I had, and just boom, 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 look after look, and get my ring light. My ring light was still working. I said, okay, boom, we're gonna take that. Got my phone, got my setup, went, and I had to go pay at the store to get the box so that I would have good connection and quality. And so far, so good. It's all working together. So use what you have. Use what you have
Hmm.
and never let anybody doubt you or never doubt yourself. Because at first I doubted myself, like, can it work? And my mom was like, trust, it's gonna work. And so far, so good. So to any creator out there, if you're looking to tap into that creative bag, now's the time to do so. And it's gonna be fun. It's the
Hmm.
summertime, so it's a lot of events that'll be taking place. And you can vlog, document every day. I've been doing my morning walks, taking you guys with me. I even took you guys back to the house so that you guys could see my room and how it's looking currently. I don't know what my father plans to do with the property, the house, but I know I'm still getting my furniture and things out of there so that I can move to the new place. And so right now, some of my stuff here is stored at my brother's place. So the place that we're moving to is further up, but it's a lot more space. And how I'm able to move around here in my brother's place when we were at my house, I had to use what I had. My room was so small, but I was like, hey, I'm gonna work with it. You have to work with what you got. To any creator out there, absolutely make it work. So I look forward to
That's
that.
so
I look
true.
forward to you creating and getting behind the lens. We see you in front of the lens, but I look forward to you stepping behind the lens as well too.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one. This one's gonna be a different experience for me, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. I can't wait.
It's gonna
Definitely
be
looking forward to it,
amazing,
and I'll
and I'm gonna.
definitely keep you guys updated as well.
Yes, absolutely. Producing and writing. Tap into your writing bag. Shout outs to actor Tyrone Nathaniel because his mom has her production company. And oh my God, baby, mm, he has his family working around him. And it's every you have your family working there telling you, okay, like this should be this way, this should be this way, and this should be done like this. And it's so I'm just so grateful to have the support behind me, backing me, have that support system in that village. And Durant asked the question,
Hmm.
what was Daylon talking about in that Rustin scene where he kept shaking his head? LOL.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, so we were just kind of just pantomizing the whole time during that scene. Uh, but it was funny. The camera guy was like, hey, Daylon, I kind of want to angle you a certain way. Angle yourself more to like the right, and I just kind of want to see how you will look if you was at like a little event like this, and you're just chopping up with somebody. Let's just say if you guys are talking about, things that's going on in the world and just how you're going to feel about it, and just make your expression look like that. I said, okay. So that was for me. That was just kind of like the emotion that I went to just doing that when he said, just make it look like how you're talking about world events. I said, yeah, this is how I look talking about world events. So that was just kind of my expression with that wrestling scene.
Yes, yes. But to any and that's called freelancing, when you're taking things
Hmm.
and just going with the flow of it, making it work. And that's for any actor, any character out there. You have to make it work. Definitely,
That is
for
so true,
sure.
100%.
For sure.
And as a creator, or even just an actor or artist in general, always just have the freelancing, just improving as the number one key thing. That is key to acting or just being an artist in
And not only that, but originality. Be original.
general.
That was my
That's so
puppy
true.
Coco. Coming in with my mom. She's here. She follows right behind her. So yes.
Oh, we got the puppy in the back, huh?
Yes, she's running. She's here. She's got groomed and everything. So wherever my mom goes, she's attached to the hip. But for any actor, take that and just flow with it. Take what you have and flow with it.
Hmm.
And that's what I saw in that
That is
clip
so
because I,
true.
I know exactly which clip to run. I've always wondered too. I always wanted to ask him what were they talking about in that scene. So now we know.
Yeah, yeah. Now y'all know. Look, y'all got first dibs on that one. First dibs on that.
And shout outs to Coleman Domingo. Again, when we talk about range as actors, as creatives, it's all about stepping outside of your norm and being unliked. And as I said with Monique, with the reading and with Precious,
Hmm.
and him as Joe Jackson, and then we see him as Mr. in the Color Purple, and then we see him on Euphoria, is being able to have that range. And then he does Saturday Night Live. So he shows us his funny
Oh
chops,
yeah.
his funny acting chops as well too. So you have to be able to step outside of that for any actor. And it's a quote from Taraji P. Henson, and I'll never stop quoting, which is when she was doing Empire, her time when she was doing Empire, she said, I will never if no, she said, I won't do it if it doesn't scare me. So that means as an actor, you have to be willing to step outside of your comfort zone, outside of your
Yeah, that's so
range,
true.
and do things that you've never done before. And another actor that I've had the pleasure of sitting down with is Bishop Ali Stevens. And he's done a lot of action films. This man has done a lot of stunts. He's wrestled with the World Wrestling Federation. I mean, he's done a lot in his career. And now the type of character that he's portraying in this film, which is based in the Bayou and a lot of real life crime stories, he's saying it's a little bit darker, it's a little bit deeper. So to be able to go there, and a lot of crime shows like that. Another example would be another actor that I've sat down with by the name of Daryl DC Chambers, and he's done commercials. The same as yourself, Dayline. He's done a lot of modeling work as well, too, a lot of print. And he was Essence Magazine's Man Candy. So he's also done some
Oh wow.
hosting work as well, too. Yes, Daryl DC Chambers is his name. So you guys can go and look him up. Extremely talented, and he is tall. Him and Daylon would probably be running neck and neck because y'all are both tall. I'm 5'7". So no, I can't be a model. I don't have the build to be a model. But when I mentioned that DC has done shows like Fatal Attraction. We've seen a lot of actors that I've interviewed who have done shows like Fatal Attraction, where it's based off of a real
Mhm.
life crime story. You're actually in that setting. You're having to relive that moment that the person who, oh my God, has experienced. And then the parents, the family, the friends are coming on the show. It's just like, oh wow. All right. We're in this moment here because you're reenacting what happens to that person. So it is crazy and it's scary. But you have to make it believable. It is so real. But at the end of the day, when that director calls cut, you're in between takes, you can have fun in between the scenes. You can try to throw someone off their game or do something fun, but when you're in mode, when that director's like, okay, action, let's go. Give me what I'm looking for. You have to be able to emote that and top it times 10 in DC and Daylon, you guys both have been able to do that. And Durant, don't feel bad. You're 5'4", my colleague, and we call him the leprechaun. Bubs to God, he is 5'2". So if I stood up next to him, he'd probably come past my shoulder right here. He's 5'2", and we tease him all the time about it. So shout outs to my colleague Bubs to God for that. But don't feel bad. Yes, I'm in the 5'5"
Yeah,
club.
don't
I'm in
feel
the five
bad. Yeah, don't feel
clubs.
bad at all. Yeah, don't feel bad at all.
But just
Because
imagine
being
though,
tall has its consequences as well.
you're having to
It definitely has
duck.
its consequences.
Having to duck to go into the buildings. I mean, it's a lot. And
Yeah,
another
right.
question for you. Yes. Is there something you're opposed to doing in a movie? I'm an actor and I wouldn't be doing a kissing scene because folks' lips are nasty here these days. Oh my God. Yes.
That's an interesting question. I wouldn't do a sex scene. I feel like to me that requires like just a lot. Cause
Ain't they?
I be seeing actors, especially they be knowing needing the what they call them, intimacy coordinators, and it's like man, that's a
I
lot just
was
to
just
do,
about to say that.
and then just read into the history of what this actor did with that actor on this set, this and that, and it's like man, that's just too much. So it's like I wouldn't want to do that scene. Like I'll say that for me, I'm opposed to doing that. Like I would not do that. But yeah, that's me. I'm gonna have to step on that one.
It's not all is cut out to be for anybody who is
Yeah.
having fantasies about doing those type of scenes. It's not all is cut out to be because there are so many people in the room with you. You have to make it believable. And I think who was it? Y'all know who I'm gonna name. He is the king. We call him the king of Tubi, the king of film. Hi, Chrissy. Hey, baby. Welcome, welcome as you're just coming in. Nelson Davis, who is a good friend here of the show, he says for filming those type of scenes, they're not all peaches and cream what they're cutting out to be because something can go wrong. It's right there in the instant. It has to be perfect when you're filming those type of scenes, the intimate scenes. There's a coordinator there, of course, and then sometimes it's just like something can go wrong like Durant said,
Mhm.
the kissing, making sure that the person, everything, hygiene wise, breath, everything has to be intact in order for you to perform that type of scene in a film. And it has to be believable. Whereas, yeah, it's not all it's cut out to be. But even with doing stunts, we were talking about doing intimate scenes, but even with doing stunts, like I had one actor come on the show, and y'all know Rain from Mortal Kombat, another actor. I'm just dropping names today, so many because I love them all. Um, Came on and said, "Hey, I'm getting lit on fire the next day." I'm like, "Wait, what?" So it was Spitfire Brown from Mortal Kombat, and we share a birthday. Our birthday is both on October 31st. And he's just like, hey, after this, after I'm done with my interview with you, I'm going to get lit set on fire for an action film. And I've seen, who was it?
Wow.
It was Joaquin Phoenix. I can't pronounce his name. Joaquin Phoenix. When he did Charlie's Angels Full Throttle, there's a scene where he's walking through the fire, and he says they put some sort of a Hollywood magic. They put some sort of a gel on you all over, and when you walk through, it's like, hey, nothing happened.
Yeah,
So
right. And that is so true. Especially seeing it up close. It's like, 'cause, uh, a good friend of mine who's also a stunt actor. His name is Joe Williams. Um, he's best known for his scene with Jonah Hill where he punches Jonah Hill in the stomach on 21 Jump Street. So he was one of the stunts for season three and or yeah, season two and season three for Mary Kingstown. And he did a stunt scene where he doubled as a forgot what the Latino leader was forgot what his name was in season two of Mary Kingstown. But he was in the same prison with Bunny and them during season two, and he gets lit. His character gets lit on fire, and Joe did the stunt double for that, right? And they put Joe in a bunch of like gel, like just cover him in just a whole bunch of gel, and then they lit him on fire for that scene. And it's like, wow, just the fact that I'm able just to see this up close is just it was just mind blowing. And that was my first time really seeing that side up and just in person. So I would say for me, just what they got to go through and what they put their body towards, even with the Hollywood magic that they're able to do, is just impressive. That to me is very impressive that they would just pull that off.
absolutely. And a lot of people thinks that, oh, well, I can do this. Do not try this at home. Don't do what Spitfire
Hmm.
and Mr. Ali Stevens is doing. Make sure that you are, if this is what you want to get into, doing stunt double work or stunt work, that this is actually what you want to do. And do not attempt to try any of these stunts at home because you will injure yourself. And it's important that you study the art, study the
Yeah,
craft. That's why
that's
they're
so
out
true.
there. Um, Sat down with so many amazing actors that Daylon included in that list. And it's all about making sure that you take up courses because these actors even have to take courses. Study
Hmm.
behind the scenes, understand how this works because you're using your body, you're using your body as a vessel, not just to act out
You
that
are.
scene, but you're putting yourself in a compromising position. Like if they want you to jump out of an airplane, I know Tom Cruise did something where he jumped out of an airplane, did something to the extent. It's all of y'all hear the puppy now. But like I was saying, um, she's just letting us know who's out there. She's alert. That's the next door neighbor. But
But that's a good dog to have when they say alert. Definitely a good dog to have.
absolutely, y'all hear it now. Yes, she's out there. She's with my mom. She's okay. But I'm not gonna. It's not for me. If you want to do stunt work, it's for anybody. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's not for the faint-hearted.
Hmm. Yeah, that's
You
so
can't
true.
get injured. It's people who've literally injured themselves in certain cases. But you've had to make it believable. You have to make that scene believable. Whether it's jumping out of a plane, whether it's okay, firing something out of a window and it's speeding. Y'all have seen films like Transporter, and my father and my brothers love the Transporter series. So, yeah, you got to have some sort of stamina and ability to be able to do that because it takes a lot of
Hmm.
work. But if you're just interested in being an actor who, it's just like, okay, hey, I'm fine with being an extra. I'm fine with doing this in the background, or being a double for someone. I'm okay with doing that, but I'm not interested in all the physical aspect of it, of really doing that extreme. Yeah.
Yeah, that takes a lot. And then just the fact that they were just to put their bodies to it. And it's like, man, like I see why you guys are just built for just that. And it's like, man, I can't even like even like for me, that takes a lot of like mental focus as well because not only is it just the physical part of things, it's also the mental side of things as well. Just the fact that they're able just to go through that, just willing to just do it. That to me is the most impressive thing.
And Durant asked the question, a lot of creators are talking about how it's not paying much for actors and singers. Do you have a side gig or are you at a place where you can fully support your lifestyle?
Honestly, I always just kind of like really did like acting like more just full time because I haven't really like cut much of a break because even like after season 4 of Mary Kingstown, I have a role in this new movie where it's with Pete Davidson and Nicholas Hoult, John C. Riley, where I play as a role where we're pretty much just as another FBI agent, but I'm also with John C. Riley on this one. So I'll say for me, and then right after I wrapped with that, I went straight to this other show that I'm in. It's called well now the official title just dropped. It's called Nocturne. The working title was called Parallax,
Yeah.
but it's with Lee Schreiber and Stephen Graham. So I've never really just kind of break. It was always just kind of like my everyday thing so far. But yeah, I would like to make some time for some side gigs though.
And
I would
yes,
like to
in this
start doing that.
business, as an actor, you're gonna to answer Durant's question. Also, Tyrone Nathaniel said this. Shout outs to him again. You're gonna have your days where it's just like a slow period, but it'll pick right back up. You get back
Hmm.
out there, you go to those auditions. Um, Make sure again, key thing is bringing your personality because there's going to be a ton of people who's going to be going for either the next to lead or the lead role that you're looking for, and the director is saying, no, I want you to read for this part, so you have to go for that. So try to move around a little bit, try different characters, and
Right.
in each part, in each script, try different characters to find out which one works for you, and play around with it. And then when you go to the
Hmm.
audition, and that audition says, I want you to read the sides for this person, you're going to portray this person. You're not going to get it right off the bat at the first time, but just try. You never know because, like I said, it's going to be a lot of people going for either that lead role or that next to lead role. And it's important to remember that what they're doing is their thing. What you're doing is your thing. Your formula works and everybody has their formula. And I use this example as well too. Again, shout outs to my amazing colleagues. K Tukes has his formula. Bubs has his formula. Conscious has his formula. My brother King Giles has his formula. Each and every one of us has our own way. Durant as well too. The way we host our platforms and events and do things, but we collectively bring our personality to it. And I think we have something like it's a saying that goes like this. Your draw. You know, it's something you do that will attract more bees to the honey, even though bees bring that, they attract that.
Hmm.
It's something that will attract people to you. So find out what it is that will make that producer say, I want you. And you bring that to that audition and you show them right on the spot. Prove them wrong. And that's what it's about, nailing
That
and
is so
getting that
true.
role. You're going to be told no in this business. And that's why, the part of the prime example for why I created Style by Stevie to prove people who doubted me wrong that, hey, you're not capable of hosting it 5 days a week. I've had to cut back, y'all. Now, after everything happened, it's like instead of doing 5 shows, because I would do it Monday through Friday consecutively, uh, I'm doing 4 so that I can slowly get myself settled back on my feet in the habit of doing 5 shows a day because it takes a lot out of you. And y'all have even told me that
Hmm.
how do you do it? How are you so consistent with it? Dedication, that willpower, that strength.
Yeah,
When it's
willpower is
something
key.
that you love, it's chop time. It's like you bring it. It's time to go hard or go home. And every single week, 5 days a week, I said, now if I'm going to come back, I'm going to limit it to 4 so that I can get back into the habit of it's sort of like dipping your toe in the water. And that's what I did with this right here. I said, I'm going to do 4 shows. And then I surprised y'all yesterday with an interview with Ener. And then it's going to be more. We've got one on the 16th, on the 17th, and I think on the 23rd of July as well, too. So this is me slowly but surely stepping my way back up because I have some lined up for August as well, which is next month. But Also, with that, I'm going to be taking those days that I have off that I've had shows scheduled to be moving into my new home. So I'm excited. I'm excited about this new chapter. It's all coming together. So you have to block days off for yourself. But back to what Durant is
Mhm.
saying, yeah, most actors have to do something on the side. Who was
That's
it?
so true.
Akil, who did his one man show. Shout outs to him. Um, he said, "Hey, I've had to get myself a job to fund my career so that I got to go to auditions, I got to do this, I got to do that. My acting courses that I got to pay for because those are not cheap. All of these things in this business, if you have to have something to fall back on. Always have something to fall back on.
Mhm.
Set yourself up a plan A and a plan B. And when the fire happened, I had to look like, okay, what are your options? What are you going to do? Are you going to buy a new house? Are you going to rent? Are you going to do this? And I said, let's go the option of renting so we can at least get back into a rent to own. Who knows what could happen in this next chapter of your life? But make it work. Start with a plan A and then go to your plan B as well too. And that's for any actor in this
That is so true.
business. Definitely have something to fall
100%.
back on, something tangible because, yeah, you're going to have your slow days. And that's just real. That's transparency. You are going to have your slow
Right.
days, but make sure that you have something to fall back on so that you can fund your next chapter of your career. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Yeah, that is so true. And Stevie,
So,
I realized, man, my phone is on like 1%. I didn't even notice that.
oh,
But I would say this before my phone dies. Also like during like the slow period with acting, and this is something that two actors taught me. One my shout out to my acting coach and also my co-star actor. His name is Phil Rice. He's on Mary Kingstown Antigua, and another actor, Jonah Davis from The Pit. He's also on season 4 of Power Book 2 Ghost. He had to sing Kane, and they both said even like during the slow periods, key thing also if you could stay on the course of acting classes just to stay sharp because you never know where one day you might get that audition and you just get an audition where it's a key role for a show that might just potentially blow up. And that's what happened with Junick when he was explaining it to me, where just he kind of had a slow period and he booked the role as the security guard on The Pit. And The Pit is a huge show right now. So he said just stay on that course. So ever since they both told me just the advice on that, I know just to follow that. And that's exactly what I'm going to do.
absolutely. And before, because I don't want Daylon's phone to cut off, I'm gonna give you guys the final thought of the day. Um, the final thought of the day: courage. Courage is the facing of a challenge with a healthy fear, but not being fearless. So face the challenge head on. This right here,
Mhm.
through anybody who's facing an obstacle or a temporary setback in their life, in their career, any actors who's gone through that slow period where it's just like, I'm not picking up work, I'm not picking up gigs. Remember that there's always something greater that will come. Create your own opportunity,
That is
tap
so
into
true.
that writing, use the resources that you have. Shout outs to my girl, Faith. Hey, Faith. And
How you doing,
Durant
Faith?
says, thank you, Daylon. Hate we had to miss those waves under the cap.
Yeah, I try to keep them just as fresh as possible. I try to keep them as fresh as possible.
Then y'all make sure y'all go and check out Daylon on Mayor of Kingstown. This conversation was amazing. His phone is gonna die, you
Yeah, this was an
guys,
amazing
but
conversation.
let everyone know where they can
Otherwise, I
find him.
hate the fact that it's because this is an amazing conversation. It's so fun just to even just to sit down with you guys and just discuss it because it just feels like just a blessing just to even just tell you guys just how the journeys have been. And not only this, I just want this to also be an encouragement for other aspiring actors as well, where
Yeah.
don't ever let nobody say that you can't do it. It's all about you believing in yourself. That is the key thing, believing in yourself. And like you said, you're going to hear a lot of no's. All it takes is one yes. One yes. That's the key thing. That is the key thing. Like, don't ever let you feel discouraged in any way or whatnot. Just believe in yourself. That is the key thing. And just, and not even just the business, but in this world in general. Just believing in yourself. Because you
Absolutely.
are the main character of
Absolutely.
your story.
Main character energy. Yes. Main
You're right.
character energy. And I've seen it on a journal. So, main character energy. This is my journal right here. This is my little diary, and I write in it. It says plot twist. So, in life, we have some twists and turns. It's called plot twist. Uh oh, I think Daylon's phone died. Fashion dolls. Yes, I think his phone died. He did say that his phone was going to die. But in the meantime, fashion dolls, I want y'all to enjoy the remainder of y'all's evening. I'm going to go and run to the beauty supply store. My mom is supposed to be doing my hair. I go to the hair salon Saturday. But I want y'all to be amazing. New looks are coming soon. Right now, again, this new chapter. Thank y'all so much for and keeping me encouraged and reaching out. We're supposed to be moving in our new place uh, sometime next week. We're getting things set in motion, and I'm getting things of what I want to move into the new house. I can't wait to start decorating it and everything. Um, wow, I've dreamt about this place. I just love it. I just love it, and I hope you guys are doing awesome as well too today. Ooh, get into the glam. Hello. And that lighting is everything. Oh, all right. All right. Um, Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. But shout outs to my brother K Tooks. K Tooks just wrapped with Jermaine Montel, Sister Act 2. Y'all make sure y'all go and check out that interview. But get into the glam, y'all. Get into the glam. All right. All right. Now we really in these YouTube streets, okay? On hourglass shape. But I hope y'all are doing awesome. I hope y'all enjoyed today's show. I will be back on the 16th and the 17th. We have Case from the Bad Boys Club coming in, and then we have on the 17th, we're going to dive into our political conversation and talk with Andre Hollins, Thought and Opinion podcast. So y'all make sure y'all tune in for that. On the 23rd, that old school loving, we have Lamar Williams. Now, his sister, she was she was a part of 90s black culture. She was that girl. His sister is Julian White. His sister is Julian White, and she was in LL Cool J's Hey Lover video with Boys to Men. She was, yes, that was her. That is his sister. So beauty runs in Lamar's family from his daughter to his sister, and she is married to martial arts icon Michael Jai White. We know him as Spawn. So I'm honored to be chatting with Lamar next week. Lamar was in Shantae Moore's music video for Old School Lovin'. Michael Jai's White, Michael Jai's, Michael Jai White's wife. I think Bubs to God is in my life somewhere, y'all. Like, what is going on? Her name is Julian White. Yes, Julian White, and that is Lamar's sister. That is his sister. And I'm just honored to be chatting with Lamar next week. Like, he's broke barriers in the fashion world as a model, as an actor, as an activist, and he's coming on the show. That'll be on the 23rd. But y'all make sure y'all stay tuned because I have more amazing guests and surprises. Like yesterday, you never know when I'll pop up, but I'm gonna try to do at least 4 shows a week. So I'm gonna wrap on here for today, Fashion Dolls. If that is it, that is all. I will see y'all. And K Toops just got done with his show with Jermaine Montel from Sister Act 2. So y'all go and check out that interview. I was in the chat and doing my interview with Daylon here. And a very special thank you to Daylon Burks. what do I have planned for the remainder of the evening? I've got to go and shampoo, condition this hair underneath. My mom is supposed to be redoing my hair. I'm going to the hair salon Saturday. And then next week, we're going to start trying to get things together for me and my brother to move into the new place. So I'm excited for that, but I'll keep y'all posted. Again, morning walks and talks. So y'all make sure y'all tune in and join us. Definitely, for sure. Have your notifications and alerts set to when I go live here on YouTube. Check your reminders. Shout outs to each and every one of you. I love y'all. Let me go ahead and get to work on editing so I can go on ahead and try to catch the beauty supply store and pick up a few things. And I will chat with y'all later. Till next time, Fashion Dolls. Bye.